Hey there ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Risk, and today in this video we're going to be unboxing the Pinebook Pro. And at the time of this video, this should actually be one of the 1100 of these laptops on Earth, since they're in early production stage as I am making this video. So let's go ahead and unbox it. Sorry about this, it's pretty difficult to do with one hand. So we have a box, the regular cardboard box, and we'll see if there's any other items within this sub-packaging. So we have here the optional NVMe drive adapter that I purchased with the laptop, so you can add an NVMe drive to this laptop. See if there's anything else in there. We have the power brick. This is a pretty interesting little power brick for a laptop. It's actually a simple sort of Pi-like power brick, and it has a plug adapter on it for what looks like, trying to see, it looks like a EU PowerPoint, so I'll have to do some ghetto rigging to get this to work. So those are the accessories for this system. I mean, the power brick is a bit of a note of what this laptop is like. Now, the Pinebook Pro, this one, I believe is actually 128 gigabytes, since it's one of the pre-production, or one of the early production models, so we're actually going to see what it looks like. Now, I'm going to flip this over. What? So, we'll just open this up. A box inside of a box. It's pretty neat. Yet another box to open. And there, ladies and gentlemen, we have it. Before me is one of the Pinebook Pros. Now, for reference, this is one of the early production models, as I've said before, but additionally, it's also many times more powerful, I should say significantly more powerful than its predecessor, the original Pinebook. Unlike the original Pinebook, this laptop in my hand now has about 4 gigabytes of double data rate, 4, compared to the 2 that the original Pinebook had at about DDR3 from memory. Additionally, this laptop has 6 cores rather than the original 2 of the Pinebook. Now, this particular Pinebook Pro has, from my memory, it has about 6 cores, except it uses what's called the big little architecture. And by that, you have about 4 cores that are low power and 2 cores that are high power, meaning you have sort of a diversity when it comes to the types of cores that you have on the system, so that you can sort of prioritize workloads, so that in some cases you could, for example, in a background application, execute code on one of the low-powered cores, but run high-intensity computations on the higher-powered cores. And the cores in question on this system are the A73 and the A54. As you can see with the laptop open, we have a webcam that comes as standard with these laptops, and what's less than standard is actually the key down here. You can see apparently it's labeled 328, which might be the 328th laptop ever made, and you have, of course, the primary storage, which is 128 gigabytes. Now this laptop, apart from that, is pretty bone standard. It has a nice little keyboard. It's missing, of course, the number pad, but coming from somebody who used for the longest time a laptop that didn't have one, it's not really a problem for me. We have what looks like 2 microphones, and we have a bunch of indicators. And we have, and I reckon that's really just about it. This is actually a pretty neat little laptop, and even have a little interesting addition, which is a pinecone Windows button. It's pretty unique. Now the surface of this appears to be like magnesium alloy or something, because it's cold to the touch. It doesn't feel plastic. And let's see what ports it has. Now, it might be a bit difficult for you to see, but this laptop has a headphone jack and what looks like a micro SD card reader, including a USB 3 port. Something I might add the Pis up until very recently didn't have. And on the other side of the system, you have a power jack and a USB Type-C. Interestingly enough, this little power jack is rated for 5 volts, which means it's basically able to charge more or less directly off of a USB port, and you have a USB Type-C plug that seems to support exactly that, but I'm not exactly certain what the support is when it comes to USB-C type adapters. But part of the reason why I bought this system is that, well, one, it's unique, and two, in my work, this particular system actually has the ability to be charged quite easily from a car without putting excessive amounts of strain on the electrical system. So this laptop is actually a very neat little package when it comes to that. As always, ladies and gentlemen, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if there's enough interest, perhaps I might do a part 2 on this little neat laptop.